In today's episode, let's check out Parimal Mandir's Yatra. Namaste everyone and welcome to Incense show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So today we have this very famous Parimal Mandir's Yatra. This is a very famous, very well-known brand of theirs. This is one of their best sellers in the premium category, and so this is what the pack is like. They've given a very nice tone of brown and yellow to it, and it looks very nice. On top what we have is Parimal brand. Then we have Yatra, which is a registered name. It says natural incense. It says, in a country that is the abode of many gods, often we embark on a journey to their doorsteps. We travel across lands, our hearts filled with faith and souls brimming with devotion. We endure difficult yatras to catch one beautiful glimpse of the Almighty, to bow before Him and seek His blessings. And then we have a very beautiful footprint inside a silver square, and says every prayer is answered. And there's a small frame kind of thing, on both the top and the bottom. So if you see like that, they made it a very beautiful thing. It looks very nice when you hold it. Then on one side we have directions of use, and there are very many yatra written in different languages, and then it says do not litter. So this is what we have. On the back side what we have is the same thing written in Hindi. It says Yatra Prakritik Agarbatti, and then we have a description which is again written in English, and we have a beautiful picture of feet of some god. I guess it's a goddess, if I'm not mistaken, that is there. And then we have it says Parimal brand on top, it's like that. Then Yatra in Hindi, and it says Prakritik Agarbatti, and then it says begin your spiritual pilgrimage with Yatra Agarbattis. They are made from rich natural ingredients that are hand-picked from rare Indian forests. Then they are mixed and blended with pure natural fragrance oils, which will calm the impetuous mind, relieve the fatigued body, and stir the soul, hand-rolled, just like how the sadhus did in the ancient times. Invoke the supreme forces with its stirring fragrance. Appease the Lord. Make every wish come true. And then it says, Har prarthna ka phal milega. So this is what we have. So the look on both the sides is almost the same. It is the same. And then one side what we have is the the usual address and customer care number and stuff. And it says the color, name, and entire pack design is registered at a trademark number, whatever. And then it says 28 grams for 55 rupees. I'll be giving the link in the description, so you might want to check that out. And then we have a barcode. So this is what we have. So this is 28 grams for 55 rupees. This is a very typical masala agarbatti fragrance. If you like masala agarbattis, if you like that sacred kind of fragrance, you would like this. If you remember, I'd earlier done I'd done Yog Chakra from masala agarbatti from Haim. This is exactly like that, but Haim is a newer brand and Parimal Mandir is an older brand, and Yatra is one of their it has been one of their best sellers for quite a few years now. So chances are that Haim has probably copied their fragrance, which is quite common in the incense industry. And so this is what we get inside. It's a silver pack with Yatra written in brown. It says Parimal brand, Parimal Aroma Agarbatti Yatra, natural incense. And then we have the same thing written here that we had on the top, in a country that is abode of many gods. And then we have the address. It's like that on one side. And on the other side we have the same thing. It's like that. So it's this silver, and this is it's a ziplock, and we have two perforations here. So this is what comes like. So what we have is the top brand, the top packaging, which is like this, and the inside pouch is like this. This is what we have. Now what we have inside is a usual 9-inch agarbatti. It's a regular sized incense, and it's the feel of it is quite, the look and feel of it is quite the types that usually masala agarbatti has. So it's that brown thing with powder on top, the powder coating, the masala coating on top, like that. We have a yellow bamboo cord which is quite sturdy and it's rounded and smooth. So it's like this. So this is what we have. The fragrance is very nice. It's very, it gives you that feeling of sacredness to it. It's quite, it's a cross between wood and resin. So it's like a combination of those two. So that's what the top note is like. That's what we can smell from the cold incense. Now let's light up the incense and check out the fragrance of it. Let's see the diffusion and retention of it. So let's check this out. So that woody resinous fragrance that we had in the top note and the cold incense is still there. It's being emitted right now. But this is a kind of fragrance which does not come to life immediately. It takes time to build up the profile, and the nuances of the various notes that have been added here in forms of the fragrance and the ingredients take time to take shape and come out. So once you have lit this up in your puja place or wherever you lit this up, it takes time to come to life, and you will it slowly unfolds its various fragrance notes. But if you're really tuned to it, you will notice that it is a cross between resin and wood, and that little bit of very tiny hint of sweetness is there. But the one thing which is very, very prominent from the word go is that this gives you a very, very sacred feel, like most masala incenses. And so it's that smooth kind of fragrance, mild, doesn't force itself on you, but it is full bodied. Once it comes to life, when it has been lit for quite some time, you would notice that it is quite full bodied but doesn't smother you. It's like that kind of fragrance, and goes on for around 40-45 minutes. So if you like that kind of fragrance which is like not very strong, but it has that sacred kind of feel which is like mild and subtle but full bodied, so you would like this fragrance. The diffusion of it is quite good. It spreads to it'll spread to your entire house, at least till the time it's lit up. It's going to spread in the entire house, and if you have your doors open, probably even the neighbors will be able to get the fragrance of it. But it is not that strong kind of fragrance which is like sometimes gets irritating and sometimes gets on your nerves, it upsets. It's not that kind of fragrance. So it is full bodied, and yet it's subtle and smooth and quite mild kind of a fragrance. So it's like you can feel its presence, but it doesn't smother you. It's like that kind of fragrance. So if you like that kind of fragrance, you would like this. In terms of retention also, the retention is, I won't say a lot, so it doesn't it's not there in your space. If you've opened the doors and all, of course it's going to stay there for around a couple of hours or so. But if you light it up at night, and if you have the doors closed, and you'll be able to get the whiff of it, the whiff of the fragrance in the morning also. So it's that kind of retention that it has. And because I like masala incenses, I quite like this incense. And it's thicker compared to other incenses. That's what I've noticed with Parimal Mandir incenses. They are a bit thicker than other incenses, so probably it'll last you an hour or so. So that is the kind of incense this is. I like this kind of fragrance because I like masala agarbatti a lot. I like the proper traditional sacred kind of fragrance of masala agarbatti, so I like this a lot. So I give it a star rating of 3. And so that was Parimal Mandir Yatra. So the quiz that I asked you last time was what is the Japanese name for agar wood? So the Japanese name for agar wood is ginkgo. And I'd like to read out a little something from Suzanne Fisher's book, The Complete Incense. She says something about the agar wood, and I'd like to read that out to you. So it says, effective incense burning substances from Japan. One is agar wood, Achilleria agalocha. It says, according to legend, a large piece of agar wood washed up on the shores of the island of Awaji during the 7th century AD. The wood was buried, and over time it developed a beautiful aroma. This agar wood, Jinko, is an important part in Japanese kodo ceremonies. It says the Japanese only use agar wood for incense burning when it has been infected by fungus. This resin produces the fragrant substance. The more resin the wood contains, the more aromatic the fragrance and the heavier it becomes. Truly, good agar wood will not float, which is why the Japanese called it Jinko, the sinking wood. So that was about agar wood. None of you attempted the quiz, and so there wasn't any answer from anyone. And today's quiz is, what is white chips powder? That's the quiz for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and you learned something from it. If you think somebody else can learn something from it too, share it with them. Check out my Hindi channel to check out Hindi episodes. Quite a few Hindi incense episodes are there, so you might want to check out the Hindi channel as well. Check out the description for the link of this incense and many other incense related products, and also my Sanskrit book, Sanskrit alphabet book for kids, Meri Pratham Sanskrit Pustika. And till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.